This is one of the old classics, consommé. What we're going to go through now is the raft, which is the clarification part. What we have in here is minced chicken, minced vegetables and egg white. Now we're going to give that a little whisk, bring it together. Okay, and then this goes into cold stock. The stock has to be cold for the simple reason, as soon as the egg whites touch the stock, will coagulate, and that's not what we're looking for. Now you can agitate, mix or whisk the consommé only up to boil. After it's been boiled, it needs to be left. And what we're looking for is a small hole in the top of the raft for the consommé just to turn, and that's where the impurities will come up, get tracked into the raft, and then clear consommé sits at the bottom. So we bring this up to the boil, stirring occasionally, not all the time. Okay, as you can see, it's now come up to the boil, and I'm just waiting for the stock just to push a hole into the raft. And I'm just going to help it along slightly. And as you can see, the stock is moving underneath. Now it's essential that it moves. If it doesn't move, there's no filtration. Got a nice little clarification hole, as you may call it. Now I've got that, I'm just going to pull it to one side and leave that to cook. Take on the flavour of the aromats and the chicken for about 20 minutes. Now the consommé is cooked, infused some flavour from the raft, and more importantly, clarified. So what we're doing now is, it's been left to rest for about 10 minutes just so the raft just starts to sink a little bit. Now it's going to be passed through a chinois, but into the chinois we've got a very clean kitchen towel. Now this kitchen towel has been rinsed under cold water, wrung out so it's not too wet but not too dry. So be careful not to pick up any raft. Consommés are really an old classic, but for me consommés are still relevant to today's modern cooking. You can set them into jellies with agar and use them in hot preparations or even cold preparations, but consommés still have an important part to play in a modern day kitchen. And when you get to the last part of the consommé, be very, very careful not to disturb the raft. You go to a lot of effort to make the stock, a lot of effort to clarify the stock, and to get that last ladle full out may make the whole consommé cloudy. So don't be greedy. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, there's a small amount of sediment left in the bottom of the tea towel. I don't really want to force that through, just let it work through naturally. And as you can see, crystal clear. A couple of tips for a good consommé: season before, not afterwards. Salt will make this cloudy, certainly pepper will. And if you have something that's a little bit fatty, for example game or duck, a small amount of vinegar in the raft will help with that retention of fat in the raft. Chicken consommé.